In this week's channel messages from the guides, we talk about New Earth and the Ascension process a little bit more. So, when we're talking about New Earth being like the splitting of the Earth, it's not that it's creating two separate planets, it's that there is a separation of the vibrational level that you have access to. So, there is like the more dense Earth that we are currently on, and then there's the higher vibration, New Earth, that you're going to have access to. Because as the planet starts to ascend, and move itself up into that higher vibration, that allows us to be able to move along with it and go up into that higher vibration while still being in our physical bodies on planet Earth. So that's what the ascension process really is. It's about ascending to a higher vibrational access so that you have less limitations and access to a lot more of what's happening out there. So, for those of you that are new to the channel, I am a light worker that uses automatic writing to receive messages from my guides, and I share those messages here on this channel for you. So, let's just get into the reading. Ascension is a vibration. It's about bringing yourself into a new timeline by shifting your vibration into a higher, more positive one where you have access to your inner knowledge and awareness. New Earth isn't necessarily a new planet, but a higher vibration with different rules and different access. Currently, the Earth plane is very dense and is experiencing a 3D reality with limited access. Some can be in 4D, and some can reach higher vibrations with practice and focus, but you are still in a 3D body that you return to on a 3D plane of existence. You must then adhere to the rules of that density. What is happening is the planet itself is raising its vibration. That means instead of only having the Earth at a 3D density that you are tethered to, you have the option of shifting or ascending to the higher vibrational Earth. This is what you're working towards. Those in a heavier density that are not on a spiritual path and have not been doing the work to clear their karma dharma or fix their thought forms to higher ones will not notice the shift and won't have access to the new vibrational option because they are not in alignment to it yet. They can at any point change their path and work towards it, but there will still exist a parallel reality where the earth is still in this lower vibration, where humanity can continue to keep going through what they have been and play out their wars and destruction, which comes with that lower vibration. Those who have been clearing and raising their vibration can transcend with the planet into the higher vibrational density and beyond the timeline where New Earth is accessible and able to be separate from what you're experiencing now. You would still be on the Earth plane as a human, but the rules will change. What you see and experience will evolve as you will have access to more in the higher vibrations and won't have to be in the heavier density that you've become used to. It becomes a choice as you must keep yourself at that higher vibration to be on the new earth vibration and stay in that timeline that is being created. You are used to the timeline shifting being subtle, but this one won't be quite as subtle as there will be a lot of things shifting that will be new. Not just feeling off, but new. This is how you will know that you have arrived. There is a lot of guessing happening in the spiritual community as they are getting the information from the other realms. However, your linear minds can't comprehend it, so there are several methods or versions of trying to explain and multiple interpretations out there as a result. It's not about understanding fully, it's about knowing it's coming and exists, and knowing how to get there is an individual journey of releasing blockages, letting go of your past, and choosing high vibrational actions, responses, hobbies, and thoughts. You must do the work on yourself to get your vibration in alignment so that when it is available, it's not a question of if you are ready, but when will it occur. This is why we ask you to not focus on the clearings happening on the planet or the political spectrum. Those are not something that you can do much about at this time. Pulling yourself into worry, dread, or fear takes you into the opposite direction. So instead of worrying about what is outside of you, focus on what you can do to adjust your vibration. You'll slowly start to lift yourself into new timelines of higher vibrations, and the outside world drama will start to release as you leave those negative timelines to new ones that aren't so dense. You can't do that if you're caught up in rallies, politics, or worrying about if natural disasters will strike and cause issues. You have to let go of the need to control and start to trust the process. Know that you are where you need to be, and know that focusing on clearing your density is going to be the best course of action to prepare yourself for where you need to go next. With that trust, the outside world and darkness will start to dim as its background to what is truly important in the work that you were brought here to do. You can't shine your light if your battery has run low. You need to be fully charged yourself, then shift back to help others to find their way. But you must always take care of yourself first. That's the only way that you'll truly see the path and know which way to shine your light. Many of you that are drawn to the spiritual work are here on this planet to help raise the vibration and usher in the golden age. This is what we mean by saying that you aren't here at this time by mistake. You are here with a purpose to help anchor the light, to help awakening souls, and to pave the path for the enlightened future. You will be the first to step through those doors and lay the groundwork. Most of you work closely with your guides, council, ascended masters, and the like on the other side to help push you along and keep you on your path. Though you have free will, there is still a part of you doing the work energetically on some level. Though you may not see all that you are doing, your higher self and your council are working behind the scenes, anchoring energy onto the planet through you as a vessel. Just being here in a 3D body allows those parts of you that are connected to the bigger story to be activated and working energetically to clear and to do the work that you aren't aware of and can't be seen on your plane in your current vibration. There are a lot of you light workers that serve this same purpose. You are connected to a bigger storyline and your vessel is in use, even if you aren't doing everything you'd like to be doing with your spiritual life. You being here has allowed and opened the door. Your activation allows more light to get through and allows us to better direct you to where you need to be and to meet who you need to be getting for those next steps to be accomplished. This is how you co create. Though we are hard at work on our end, energetically doing what we do and helping set things into motion and anchor the energy, you being here on the planet allows those efforts to be amplified in the 3D density that you are on as you become a bridge or a catalyst, making that connection and being in the middle of the two. By that we mean the planet in the 3D density and the ethereal plane in the higher vibrations. You are what allows those efforts to connect and root into the system through your presence on this planet during this important transition. In order for us to best make these changes and connections, we need you on an individual level to clear your blockages and density, which allows us more access and allows these higher energy and vibration to flow more freely, less obstructed, so that we can do that work unimpeded. You play a critical role in this, which is why we repeat the same mission to you about noticing your thoughts, your focus, and releasing what is no longer working to help clear and make room for the new. You must not come from fear with these shifts and changes. You must come from trust and know that everything will turn out how it needs to. You are always connected to your spirit family and galactic family. Even if you forget or don't remember it's there, it doesn't stop being there or trying to help you. It's much like your body. You keep breathing, your organs keep working. They don't just disappear or stop because your awareness of the work that they do isn't there or because you don't understand all the intricate details of how your system functions. You not knowing how the universe works doesn't make it stop working. It's just not where your focus or understanding lies. The truth doesn't stop being the truth just because you don't want to accept it. Some things just are and continue to be despite your understanding, prioritizing, or awareness of it. This is why learning to trust is so important and knowing what to trust. This is also why we tell you to tune into your body and your senses. That might not be easy for all of you, but the point is that you have an inner navigation system set up to help you determine what is correct, what to trust, and intentions. Your body will guide you, your spirit family will guide you, your higher self will guide you. You just need to tune into any of those resources that you came here with. Whichever one comes easier to you is fine. One is not better than the other, it's just different formats. It's like when you have a question. You can either ask someone, look it up in a book, or look it up online. There are different resources, but at the end of the day, it has to be the one that gives you the facts without the bias, without the motives, and just the information. You oversee how you want to process or move forward with it. If something doesn't feel correct, it might not be. You might have been giving stock answers to keep you under control. This is how the humans got separated from their galactic heritage. There were those civilizations in the past that worked closely with your galactic family, who knew they existed and were there to help civilization on your planet advance. Your ancestors drew references of them in their art, sculptures, and stories. But as that information got passed down, the generations that never had seen or interacted with them thought that they were just stories. They wrote them off as fairy tales or interpreted them to something that felt more in alignment with their understanding rather than the facts and experience that happened on the planet. Some also use the understanding of the universe to create hierarchy and separation, only allowing the few or elite to be able to study, learn, or access that information. This does not mean that others couldn't have that connection or learn how to use the energy or connection. This is just the trickle down of how humanity has chosen to use what was given to all for advancement. Point being, you have the option to choose what you want to believe in as fact and can question what doesn't feel right. Because often, if it doesn't feel right, it might be a form of manipulation and control used to help keep you small or fall in line. This is how spiritual awakening starts. You recognize this doesn't feel correct and you start asking questions. With the answers, more doors open, leading you to more understanding and more opportunities to access your spiritual nature and connection to all that is. It's a reminder of who you truly are when you aren't playing the game in the 3D simulation. But you always have a choice. You can stay embedded in the game, or you can try to find the answers, shift your circumstances, and become more of your true self. But you must make that decision for yourself. No one can make that choice for you. This is the same with New Earth. The information is coming in and being made available on how to shift your vibration so that you have the opportunity to join the golden age. But it's an individual choice, and you need to make that for yourself. Which parallel Earth you join or become a part of is entirely up to you. As stated, there are always options. New Earth in the Golden Age is an option, but staying in the dense Earth plane is also an option. Your choices, beliefs, goals, and vibration will affect which experiences you have. It's the same with your galactic family. Their involvement on a more open level also comes into play depending on your beliefs, vibration, and which parallel Earth plane you choose to be on. You shift and move around your vibration constantly. You don't even recognize or notice how often you shift, but it is still happening on some level. You get to choose your experiences. The question is, how much of a say do you want to have? How much of what is out there do you want to be connected to and really want to experience? As stated before, as the earth chooses a new vibration for itself, you will get to choose if you move into alignment with its new higher vibration and move to new earth with it. Or you can stay out of alignment and be at this lower vibration in karma dharma earth option that you are currently living in. You always have the option to change your vibration and switch at a later date, but wouldn't it be easier to accompany the earth on this transition and move into a greater horizon together? Which is your goal? Which sounds like the better match for you? Is fear holding you back? What can you shift within yourself to get to that new destination? Fear goes a long way in prevention of progress. It will keep you small, in lack, or in struggle. You'll convince yourself this is the only way and all you are worthy of because it's familiar, so you feel more in control. But wouldn't it be nice to let go of that control, take stress out of the equation, and just trust that it will be better? You'll be led to it and what to do when you get there. You'll just need to listen to that little voice inside you and trust in the process. You can start at any time. The only one holding you back is yourself. There are many big changes on the horizon. Do not view them in fear, but with curiosity and excitement. Exact timelines or resolution are not as important as the process, journey, and growth. As things come to the surface to be cleared or addressed, will you come from a place of separation or from community? Will you work towards a better future or more of the same? Will you apply lessons learned or continue to make things worse? As stated, changes are an opportunity. What you do with that opportunity is up to you. What you gain and the future you create is up to you. How you choose to view this transition is up to you. You always have a say on how you want things to unfold. If they look like they are unfolding in a negative light, Look within yourself and see what needs healed on an individual level that is unwilling to allow you to envision a positive future. Once you heal what is holding you back within yourself, it will heal and change what you see physically in the world. Heal yourself first and then see what all is possible as a result. You can't come from fear and then wonder why the world around you has produced something to be fearful of. Come from love and acceptance and see inclusion and community build around you instead. You are always just a perspective shift away from changing your whole world into something that you want to wake up to every morning to experience. Thank you, and I will see you next week.